We are just about ready to go here in the Division II Toy Bowl Championship. The number 1 seeded Bengals, the number 2 seeded Cowboys. The Cowboys won the coin toss and elected to receive. And we are moments away from the beginning of our second game here on the Sporting Times Broadcasting Network. Toe meets leather by the Bengals, and we're underway. The ball rolls past the 40. Falling for the ball is the Cowboys, and the Bengals will recover. 25-20, 15, 10, 5. Spencer Newman inside the 5-yard line to the 3. And the Cowboys cannot pick up the kickoff, and that is where the Bengals will take over. What a way to begin the championship game if you're the Bengals.
Yeah, you want to talk about a fast start. Kickoff, recover the kickoff, get it down to the Cowboys' 3-yard line. You want to talk about great field position. This is it for the Bengals right now.
Spencer Newman making things happen early. He had quite the year. He was in Williamsport, Pennsylvania at the beginning of the school year.
Yes, he
with
was.
the Little League World Series team from Bowling Green East. And now here he is putting his Bengals team in scoring position after great special teams play. Fletcher Keel and Jimmy Stratman here with you from Warren Central High School. And we're having a conversation with our officiating crew here. And the Cowboys head coach and Ben Bemis is trying to come out on the field to talk to them. And the officials were very adamant about pushing him back to the sideline. They want all the coaches to not be in the huddle. And we'll see what the call is. It was a very short kick by the Bengals. And it looked like it was Andrew Grimes, number 54 of the Cowboys, who tried to come up with the football but didn't. And I wonder if this is a rule where the ball can't be moved forward if it's recovered by the team that kicked. That looks to be the case because they're moving the ball way back from the 3-yard line to now it is placed at the 48 or the 38, still in Cowboy territory. But that has to be what the rule is if the kicking team picks up the ball, it can't be moved forward.
Most definitely. The head official has signaled numerous times it is still Bengals football, but they've just backed it up to about the 42-yard line.
Still a good start here for the Bengals. They will begin the game with the football. It will be Spencer Newman, the quarterback, to take it to the far side on the design run. He's across the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Spencer Newman takes it to the house. One play from scrimmage, and the Bengals are on the board. It's 6-0.
How about that? You want to take those yards away from Spencer Newman on the kickoff. He's going to get him right back on the very first offensive play for the Bengals. Just takes it around to the outside, hits the outside, turns it upfield, and takes it all the way to the house. 42 yards, rather 38 yards to the house. Touchdown, Bengals.
And it's going to be a point after kick attempt for the Bengals. They're going to want to try and put 2 points on the board. The kick is up, the kick is through, and it's good. So the PAT, which is worth 2 points, as opposed to being worth 1 point, is good. We have only seen one play from scrimmage, and it is a 38-yard touchdown run by the Bengals quarterback in Spencer Newman to make it an 8-0 game in favor of the first-seeded Bengals. What a way to begin this Division II championship game here in the Toy Bowl from Warren Central High School. We were hoping for as good a game as we saw in the Division I game earlier this morning, and we look to be well on our way to getting it. 8-0 is our score, 7:36 left to go in the first quarter. These quarters are only 8 minutes long, so already plenty of fireworks and highlights to talk about from the opening less than half minute of game time. A 38-yard touchdown run by Spencer Newman makes it 8-0 Bengals, and we'll see if the Cowboys can come up with this kickoff cleanly. The Cowboys won the coin toss, elected to receive, and they didn't receive. They couldn't come up with the last kick cleanly. Another short kick. This one is bobbled once again. Blue jerseys trying to fall on top of it. Did the Bengals recover again? No word yet from our officials, and it's signaled Cowboys ball. A huge break going the way of the Cowboys this time after losing the opening kickoff on a fumble. It will be first down for the Cowboys. Ball at the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield.
And these are older players, Fletcher, coming out on the field, 10, 11-year-olds. And from what I saw at the beginning of the game during warm-ups, I saw a lot more passing in the warm-up. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit more passing now. And also, the quarterbacks have been in shotgun for the first 2 plays.
Shotgun formation here. It is Trayton Price to hand it off. And across midfield go the Cowboys, a gain of about 4. It'll be second down and manageable here for the Cowboys, as they are into Bengal territory. The Cowboys moving from left to right. Cowboys in blue jerseys, silver numbers, silver pants.
Number 45.
Bengals in orange jerseys, black numbers and pants, as you might expect, matching the NFL team identities.
Did he leave?
Price back in shotgun, has 3 men in the backfield. A bit of a high snap. He's able to get the handoff off. And not much doing there. Trying to get a number on the ball carrier. It looks like it's number 45, Bertrand Kibawa.
Yeah, I believe it was Kibawa. He gets the first 2 carries for, I want to say Dallas, but they're not the Dallas Cowboys.
The weird thing about this is, Jimmy, you do South Warren games, I do Warren Central games.
Yep.
To change it up, we like to say Warren Central, the Dragons, South Warren, the Spartans. Here there's nothing to really do that with. You're just hammering home on the team name. It's all Bowling Green in the Warren County Youth Football League. So here we go, 3rd and about 5. Some movement from both sides. And we'll see who gets called for it first. It will be against the Cowboys, and I think that's the right call. It was a bit of encroachment by the defensive back for the Bengals, but it was the receiver out to the far side who moved in reaction to that, and that makes it 3rd and 10. Ball marked at the original starting point of this drive at the 49-yard line, back in Cowboy territory. 5:50 and counting to play. We're in the opening quarter, and it's an 8-0 lead for the Bengals. Out of the shotgun again, Price. He's going to pitch it back. Across midfield goes the ball carrier. He'll get to about the 47 and is stopped from there. Decision time for the Cowboys as it is 4th down.
Number 45.
That was once again Kibawa getting the pitch, running forward, and he got probably 3 or 4 yards on the play. He's been doing a good job of chipping away, getting the 3 yards, 4 yards on some of these runs, but that big penalty is going to back him up, and that's not going to do anybody any favors.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to kick it away here, and the bummer here is if you think that penalty doesn't happen, you're looking at a 4th and 1, maybe a 4th and inches play coming up if that same play is run and run as successfully as Kibawa was able to do so. So 5:21 left to play here in the first quarter. Cowboys will punt it away to the Bengals. Cowboys punting from left to right. Bengals already on top, 8-0, following a 38-yard touchdown run by Bengal quarterback Spencer Newman. And what a run it was. The Bengals were kicking off to begin the game to the Cowboys. Newman picked up the ball after it wasn't picked up cleanly. First, we'll tell you about the punt as it's brought by the Bengals. A nice spin move at the 40. That's finally where the Bengal ball carrier is brought down. So a nice return there by the Bengals. They'll have some solid field position to start with. I think that might have been Spencer Newman once again. He's just doing everything today for the Bengals on offense.
He's really been the focal point, and that's something that you would expect. The quarterback really, he's got the arm. We saw him in the Little League World Series.
Left fielder.
Yep, he's got the arm to be the quarterback, and he's just being the focal point, and he's going to run this one again.
He comes to the near sides, finding a hole across the 45, is brought down by a couple of blue jerseys. But a nice pickup of about 6 yards on the quarterback keeper. 2 plays from scrimmage by the Bengals, 2 quarterback keepers for Spencer Newman. And a bit of a spread out offense for the first time. One receiver way far out to the far side. And it's a pitch back this time. Nearly lost the ball. Did the ball carrier busting through the line of scrimmage. Looks like that's number 90, Austin Anderson. And that's a loss of about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 9.
Great job by Austin Anderson to read that one, get off of his block quickly, get in the backfield, and really stop that play before it could ever get started.
I believe that was number 32, Will Reynolds, to carry the ball. And here we go. Spencer Newman calls for it out of the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. He's going to be wrapped up at about the 44-yard line, is slammed down, and it will be 4th down, so a good responding defensive series by the Cowboys. It is 4th down, and it looks like the Bengals are going to opt to punt the ball away here. Looked like we were in for a ton of fireworks after just one play from scrimmage. Spencer Newman took it to the house, but back-to-back 3 and outs, one forced by the Bengals defense. Here, this one forced by the Cowboys defense, and the Cowboys will get the ball back with about 3:57 to play in quarter number 1, trailing by 8. And the punt will roll out of bounds at about the 40-yard line in Cowboy territory. The official will officially mark it out at the 39-yard line, and that is where the Cowboys will take over. Very back and forth here, but not so much on the scoreboard in terms of possession. One team has the ball, you look up, the other team has the ball.
Yep, there hasn't been a whole lot of time that's run off the clock. During the first game, at this point, we would probably be getting closer to the end of the first quarter because the clock was running so much. Not the case in this game. Still 3:54 left in the first quarter. Only down 1 touchdown. The Cowboys have a chance to come back into this game, and it starts right now.
Price from shotgun, some movement. Both sides looked more like it was the Bengals to come across, and that's exactly who the penalty will be against. So a free 5 yards given to the Cowboys. That'll make it 1st and 5. The ball moves up to the 44-yard line, still in Cowboy territory.
And that's just some lack of discipline for the Bengals. They're not always going to go to your way. You got to make sure that you know your role and keep your feet set.
Pistol formation, the handoff will go for about a 3-yard gain. Let's see if we can get a number on the ball carrier. Looked like it was once again Kibawa to carry it out of the pistol formation. The running back behind the quarterback in the shotgun. A gain of about 2. Ball moves from the 44 to the 46. And the Cowboys have to get just about to midfield for the first down. The first down marker currently sits at the 49-yard line. Approaching the 3-minute mark left in this opening quarter, the Bengals lead 8-0. And for the first time tonight, Price will go under center. He'll hand it off to his bigger back in the backfield. He'll get to about midfield. Even if he didn't get to the 50, he got enough for a first down to move the chains. The first down for either team that is picked up here in the day from scrimmage. And it will be enough for a first down. Ball marked just past the 49-yard line.
I believe that was Aiden Payne who got that one.
A bunch formation, and they're just going to push Price forward. Are the men in the backfield from the Cowboys. A very interesting looking design run right there. And there really wasn't any space for Price to go. He just kind of buried his head and followed wherever the blockers were taking him. But it works pretty well. A pickup of about 7, 2nd and 3. And the Cowboys are into Bengal territory for the first time today. Ball rests at the 43-yard line.
That play right there is something that you see in college and in the pros where they're looking to get 1 yard or a half a yard, where the quarterback just ducks down behind a center and follows the blocking. Right there, the Cowboys just got such a great push on the offensive line that what probably should have been just a 1-yard gain turned into a 6-yard gain.
Approaching the 2-minute left mark in this first quarter. Back in the shotgun is Trayton Price. Trips receivers to the far side. One man in the backfield. The man in the backfield will get the handoff. He's across the 40. Trying to make one tackler miss, but unable to shake off the Bengal who brought him down. And that looks like Aiden Payne, the ball carrier, big number 33, running like a man out there. We've seen a lot of great football runs from both the first game and so far in this Division II game as well. That's enough for another first down for the Cowboys. Inside the 40 they go. Ball rests at the 38.
And we've also seen a lot of great tackles in the first game and in this game. And on that one, Davis and Moran for the Bengals just came up and halted the progress of number 33, Aiden Payne, just entirely. Just made him hit a wall and then brought him down.
Trips formation to the far side once again. And Price is going to come to the near side. And it looked for a moment like the ball was jarred loose, but it must have been just a hand flying behind him as it was happening right where the down marker is, so we couldn't necessarily see it from where we are. But it still is Cowboy ball. I believe timeout is called by the Cowboys. They want to save a little bit of time.
Explosive plays that the Bengals had earlier on in that first drive. That one play from scrimmage. You can just chip away, work methodically, get the ball down the field. You still have 1:11 left in the first quarter, and you're only down a touchdown.
That's what we saw the Colts do in the first game today. Same formation, one man in the backfield, trips to the far side, although one man's coming in motion. And there was a man on the far side to move. Looked like it was Lucas Cummings. Got a little too excited to jump. And that will make a 2nd and about 8 into a 2nd and about 13 for the Cowboys. Not what you want coming out of the timeout. You don't want a penalty or a turnover out of the timeout. And between the two games today, we've seen both.
Yep, not a good job by Lucas Cummings. He just needs to keep his concentration. He saw the man move in motion, and he thought that the timing was on. Just wasn't quite there yet.
Man in motion once again. The handoff will go to Aiden Payne, and he's got room to run along the far side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Cowboys! Aiden Payne, 42 yards to the house. 57.7 seconds remain. That's what you want out of the timeout. You get the penalty, you run the same play, same man comes in motion, hand it off to Payne, and he does the rest with his legs.
Just a great job. They sealed the outside, and Aiden Payne had daylight. Green grass for days in front of him. He was not going to be stopped. He was not going to be touched even. Walks into the end zone, touchdown.
We've seen touchdown runs of 42 yards and 38 yards. 38-yard belongs to the Bengals. This 42-yarder belongs to Aiden Payne of the Cowboys. Cowboys looking to match the score at 8-8. Right now it's 8-6. The point after is just under the crossbar, and it is a 2-point game still in favor of the Bengals with 57.7 seconds left to play. What a run by Aiden Payne to help put the Cowboys on the board and cut the Bengals Bengals lead, to 2 points at 8-6. And what a well-designed run. And they showed their hand a little bit on the play that got flagged for the movement, and they still went back. They felt good enough about the play that they could run it again, and they ran it successfully.
Yep, and really you got to give credit to Aiden Payne getting the ball as much as he has. It was Kibawa that was getting the ball a lot in the first drive, and then even early on in this drive, they decide that Kibawa was not being able to get the holes that he's liking to see, and so they try to give it to Aiden Payne, and you could say that Aiden Payne has been bringing the pain in this one, getting the ball all the way down the field, scoring a touchdown. I know you dropped your head, but I'm going to make the pun all the same.
Oh, good gracious. Anyway, 8-6 is our score. 57.7 seconds left to play in this opening quarter. We've had a 38-yard touchdown run by quarterback of the Bengals, Spencer Newman, and we just saw the Aiden Payne 42-yard touchdown run. But the extra point was missed, and that's why we have the 2-point deficit the 2-point difference, of 8-6. Bengals still on top, and they're waiting to receive the kickoff. Last time on offense, they went 3 and out, hoping that they do a little bit better on this drive. The ball is kicked high, not very deep. It's caught just shy of the 40. Looks like it's Newman who caught it. He's got room to run. He's got about 2 tacklers left to break. He can't do it, but he does return the ball inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line in Cowboy territory. Hey, the ball's at the 38. That's where Newman took it home from last time. Let's see if something similar is cooked up here by the Bengals.
What a powerful run by Spencer Newman. He catches that one with a full head of steam, just goes barreling forward, and I honestly thought he was going to break those last 2 tacklers. I thought he was just going to be able to shrug them off and take it all the way to the house.
He had 2 tacklers on him. He had the kicker waiting to bring him down. Was unable to escape the 2 tacklers that were trailing him, and the clock has started. So we're now at 43.4 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Under center goes Navin. He's going to fake the pitch back to one man, finds someone else he wants to give it to. Looks like Rance Littlepage, and he's going to go nowhere. A little gain for Littlepage. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2. And that'll bring up 2nd down, and that very well might be the end of the quarter. However, the Bengals pretty quick getting back to the line, so it looks like they want to run at least one more play before the first comes to an end. Out of the shotgun goes Newman. He's going to roll to the far side, following his blockers. He's got little room to run, making a little something out of nothing. But it looks like it might be another loss forced by the Cowboy defense, and that is going to spell the end of the opening quarter. What a quarter we've seen. It started with fireworks. It ended the same way. After 8 minutes of football in the Division II Toy Bowl Championship, it's the Bengals 8 and the Cowboys 6. You're listening to the Sporting Times Broadcasting Network on the SportingTimesMagazine.com.